congratulations. If I didn't if I understood correctly, you have a number one on the Billboard album charts.
Yes.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
Like a mistake.
From
Like
who?
a clerical error.
Yeah.
Someone counted wrong.
But hey, we'll take it.
Or our parents just bought a lot of albums.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
My parents bought a lot of albums.
They bought like 200,000 albums.
Exactly.
or something like that.
Exactly.
I don't think my parents know the album is out yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's probably more true.
Do you ever? Do they ever come to shows?
Yeah, sometimes.
But they're close, right?
Yeah, if we're real close.
So they're really comfortable. Then you have to have somebody to pick them up and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they usually leave early. But, they're supportive in other ways.
Okay. Have they always been supportive, or because some parents or some friends or relatives might be, when you're not a big band, when you're not on the top of the charts, they might be like, oh, are you really into this music? Shouldn't you like get a proper job and stuff like
my
that?
dad would actually tell me about the bands that I was in making bad music when I was younger, like playing the obnoxious jazz stuff that I used to play. He would come to us and be like, yeah, I don't like it. And then he'd kind of go. But when we started playing in Imagine Dragons, he came down with some friends. They were passing through Las Vegas. He came out to see a show. And after the show, he pulled me aside and said, Ben, even if you weren't in that band, I would have gone and seen it. And that was when I knew that we were making some solid music.
That's cool.
Okay.
That means a lot from his dad.
Yeah.
He's a cranky dude.
He's not gonna
He will not
powder coat anything or whatever, sugar coat.
There it is.
How do you keep yourselves calm? Because after the first album, things really started happening to you guys, and everyone wants the piece of you. Everyone wants you to perform anywhere. There are businessmen and label and managers and stuff like that. Like, how do you keep yourself calm so that you can create the thing you really want to do?
A nice glass of cough syrup after dinner, really takes the edge off. Helps you mellow
We're
out.
generally calm people.
Yeah, luckily the music making process is pretty therapeutic for all of us. I think like in our spare time, we're just big music nerds. So like when we're not playing music, we're just on our computers making music, making more music, like diving deeper in. So that process is like what we do just to feel productive human beings. So, I mean, we started the process of all the writing and stuff while we were on the road. I mean, by the time we got into a studio to do everything, we had the demos in place, and really the phase of the album where nervousness would have kicked in and ruined everything was luckily already passed before we realized what we had done.
And the cough syrup.
How do you solve when you're writing a new song, for instance, and if you get into some sort of argument, not necessarily a big heavy fight, but still like you don't just agree with something. How do you solve this?
Vote.
Vote.
Move on.
Yeah, we just vote. That's it. It's just plain and simple.
Trust
We
each
vote,
other.
and if it goes to 2 and 2, then we keep talking until it goes to 3 and 1.
When it's 3 and 1, that one person, he's probably like, oh, fine.
We've all been that one person at different times, and we've all gotten really good at just kind of moving on
Just
and
let go.
Everyone like has the group's best interest in mind. So it's like you're all on the same team, even if you're disagreeing about what's the best thing to do in that moment. And there's a lot of trust there. So
Yeah.
you just gotta, if you're that one person, you just gotta be like, wow, it must be wrong.
Yeah.
And in the end, is it after somebody has disagreed on something and then he's been outvoted, but then you decided to move on with the decision that 3 of you guys had?
Right.
Has this one person always, up till this point, been like, okay, that was the right decision, I was wrong, or is there still like you
we
keep
don't. There's not
reminding?
even, it's like we're not keeping score.
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
remember.
There's never a time.
Yeah.
I can never think of a time where someone was like, "Told you so. We shouldn't have done it, and I
Okay.
voted against it. Now look."
The other thing is like musically, like before there's a vote, we'll do it. We'll just do all of them. It's like if there's 3 different things we're thinking about
We'll
doing,
try all of
we'll
them.
do all 3 of them, and then it's like, well, which sounded best?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
So-
then we vote.
When it comes to the new album, is there anything like any small details like now when you listen to it that you're still like, I want to remove that, I want to add this?
Always.
Like
We're-
any small details.
You gotta like turn that part of your
We
brain
would've-
off.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like,
we would have
we
worked
would've
on
just
that.
kept going.
We
Yeah, you could make an album forever. You could
Oh, yeah.
really work on one album forever,
And
trying to
never
make it
be
the
happy.
perfect album.
Yeah.
at a certain point, you just gotta like take it
Yeah,
away.
we
from
put
yourself.
a date that we were like, by this day, we're done. If we wouldn't have done that, we would have just kept going.
We'd still be in the studio right now.
Yeah.
So it's a date limit that you have.
Yeah, we put
But
it-
we self-imposed.
Yeah.
we were like,
we decided
okay,
it.
really, like it shouldn't take any longer than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering like, how do you know that? Okay, now it's done. That's
Yeah,
hands
we just
off.
forced it. upon
When
ourselves.
the things we were like trying to like as you complete the album, you're focusing on like more and more little tiny details. And when you're at the point that you're focusing on like the dB of one piece of percussion in one like moment, and that's like changing everything for you, you know you're pretty close to being done.
Yeah.
Mm.